Annual physical exam.
Hi, I'm here for my annual physical exam. It's my first time, and I'm a little nervous.
Welcome. There's no need to worry. I'll guide you through every step, so you feel comfortable. Annual physical exams are important, because they help detect health issues early, even before symptoms appear. First, please register at the front desk.
Okay. Do I need to fill out any paperwork?
You just need to show your insurance card so they can verify your coverage.
Got it. Here's my insurance card.
Perfect. Now, let's start by measuring your height and weight. Please step onto the scale.
All right. I hope I haven't gained too much weight.
Your weight is just one factor in your overall health. Being significantly underweight or overweight can lead to issues like a weakened immune system or heart disease. If your results are outside the normal range, your doctor might suggest lifestyle changes or additional tests.
That makes sense.
Next, I'll put this cuff around your arm to measure your blood pressure. It will feel a little tight.
Oh, it's squeezing my arm.
That's normal. It helps us check how hard your heart is working to pump blood. If blood pressure is too high, it can strain your heart and increase the risk of stroke. If it's too low, you might feel dizzy or weak. If your results aren't ideal, we may ask you to monitor it at home or return for more readings.
I never knew that.
Now, let's check your pulse. This tells us how fast and steady your heart is beating.
Why is that important?
Your heart rate helps us understand your overall cardiovascular health. A fast pulse can indicate stress, dehydration, or an underlying issue. A slow pulse may mean poor circulation. If we notice anything unusual, your doctor may recommend an electrocardiogram or additional tests.
I hope mine is normal.
Let's find out. Now, I'll measure your body fat percentage using this device. Have you heard of this test before?
Not really.
It helps us assess your body composition. Too much body fat can increase the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and joint pain, while too little can lead to hormonal imbalances. If your levels are concerning, we might suggest dietary changes or an adjusted exercise routine.
That's interesting. I do aerobic exercises to stay in shape.
That's great. Aerobic exercise strengthens your heart and lungs, reducing the risk of many health problems. Speaking of lungs, deep breathing exercises can help improve lung function.
I never thought about that.
Now, I'll need a urine sample. Here's a vial for you.
This part feels a little embarrassing.
That's completely normal. But urine tests provide useful information about kidney health, hydration levels, and possible infections. If we find anything unusual, we might need further tests to confirm the results.
I see. I'll do my best.
Thank you. Next, we need a blood sample.
Oh no, I don't like needles.
I understand. Many people feel the same way. Try to relax and breathe normally. I'll make it quick.
Will I faint?
You'll be fine. If you feel dizzy, take slow breaths and drink some water. Blood tests provide important information about cholesterol levels, liver function, vitamin deficiencies, and more. If anything is irregular, your doctor might request additional testing to confirm the results and start treatment if necessary.
I had no idea blood tests could tell so much.
Absolutely. Now, let's move on to your physical examination. The doctor will check your heart, lungs, reflexes, and more.
Reflexes? You mean like when someone taps my knee?
Exactly. It helps assess your nervous system. Weak reflexes may indicate nerve-related issues, and if necessary, further neurological tests might be recommended.
That's fascinating.
Now, we'll do an ultrasound.
I thought only pregnant women had ultrasounds.
It's also used to examine organs, like the liver and kidneys. It's painless, and helps detect any abnormalities. If we find anything concerning, your doctor might suggest further imaging, or a specialist consultation.
That's good to know.
Next, we'll check your heart's electrical activity with an electrocardiogram.
What can it detect?
It helps us look for irregular heartbeats, blockages, or signs of past heart conditions. If anything seems off, your doctor might suggest other tests.
That sounds really important.
It is. Now, let's test your vision.
I've been squinting a lot lately.
That may mean you need glasses. Poor vision can lead to headaches and eye strain. If needed, your doctor will refer you to an eye specialist.
I'd rather fix it early.
That's a great mindset. Now, let's check your hearing. Please put on these headphones.
My hearing seems fine, but let's check anyway.
It's always good to test. Early detection of hearing loss is important, because it affects communication and daily life. If needed, your doctor may suggest further evaluation by a specialist.
I hadn't thought of that.
Everything looks good so far. Your doctor will now review your health report, and let you know if any follow-ups are necessary.
Thank you for explaining everything so clearly. I feel much more confident about my health now. So if something isn't perfect, it doesn't mean I'm sick, right?
Exactly. Sometimes small variations happen, due to temporary factors like stress, diet, or dehydration. Follow-up tests help confirm whether there's anything serious.
That's reassuring. What if everything is normal?
Then just keep up your healthy habits, and schedule your next annual physical exam.
I'll definitely be back next year.
That's the best attitude. Taking care of your health means living a longer, happier life.
Workplace injury. Hi Ms. Chan, do you have a moment?
Of course, Alan. Come in. How are you feeling today?
Not great, honestly. I had an accident in the laboratory yesterday.
Oh no, what happened?
I slipped while cleaning up a spill, and landed hard on my shoulder.
That sounds painful. Did you see a doctor?
Yes, I went to the hospital. The doctor said I'll need to rest for a few weeks.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Your health comes first.
I'm worried about my job and salary. I can't work in the laboratory like this.
Don't worry. This is exactly why we have workers' compensation insurance.
I've heard of it, but I don't know how it works.
It's a type of insurance that covers employees who get injured while performing their job duties.
So I can make a claim?
Yes. We'll need a written incident report from you.
I can write that today. Should I include the doctor's report?
Definitely. Medical documentation is essential for the claim.
What happens after I submit everything?
I'll file the claim with our group insurance provider.
What's the name of the provider?
We're currently covered by water insurance.
Will they contact me directly?
They might. Usually, they'll send a confirmation, and may request more details.
What if they reject my claim?
We can appeal. But with proper documentation, your case looks strong.
That's good to hear.
Also, you're entitled to temporary disability benefits.
What does that mean?
It's a partial wage replacement, while you're unable to work.
So I'll still get paid?
Yes, though it may be a percentage of your regular salary.
That's a relief. I was worried about my bills.
I understand. Financial stress can slow down recovery.
Will the insurance cover physiotherapy?
Yes, if it's medically necessary.
The doctor mentioned I might need it.
Then include that in your medical report.
Should I stop working completely?
If your doctor advised rest, yes.
I feel guilty about leaving the team short-handed.
Your health is more important. We'll manage.
How long does the claim process take?
Usually a few days to a couple of weeks.
Will I get updates?
Yes, I'll keep you informed every step of the way.
Thank you. I really appreciate your help.
You're not alone, Alan. We're here to support you.
What if I need more time off than expected?
We can extend your benefits if necessary.
That's good to know.
Also, we'll explore modified duties, once you're partially recovered.
Modified duties?
Tasks that don't strain your injury, like documentation or analysis.
That sounds manageable.
It helps you stay engaged, without risking further injury.
Will I need to sign anything?
Yes, there's a claim form and a medical release.
I'll come by tomorrow to sign them.
Perfect. I'll have everything ready.
What if I have questions later?
You can reach out anytime.
Do I need to pay for anything up front?
No, the insurance covers approved treatments directly.
Should I keep receipts just in case?
Yes, always keep records.
Will this affect my performance review?
Absolutely not. This is a medical leave, not a reflection of your work.
That's reassuring.
You've always been a dedicated employee.
Thanks. That means a lot.
We value your contribution.
Is there a deadline to file the claim?
Yes, within 30 days of the incident.
I'll make sure it's done today.
Great. That keeps everything on track.
What if I need emotional support?
We also offer mental health resources through our benefits plan.
That's wonderful.
Recovery isn't just physical. It's emotional too.
I've been feeling anxious since the accident.
That's completely normal. Let me connect you with our wellness counselor.
I'd appreciate that.
I'll send you their contact information today.
Is this accident going to be recorded officially?
Yes, we log all workplace injuries for compliance and safety reviews.
Will it affect the company's reputation?
Not if we handle it responsibly, which we are.
That's good.
Transparency and care are key.
Will the laboratory be inspected?
Yes, we'll conduct a safety audit.
That's a smart move.
We want to prevent future incidents.
Will I be involved in the audit?
If you're comfortable, your input would be valuable.
I'd like to help.
Great. Your experience can guide improvements.
Will I get a case number?
Yes, once the claim is filed.
Should I follow up with the insurance company?
I'll handle that for you, but you're welcome to contact them too.
I trust you to manage it.
I've got your back.
Will I need to attend any hearings?
Only if the claim is disputed, which is rare.
That's good to know.
Most claims are resolved smoothly.
Will I get a copy of the claim?
Yes, I'll provide a copy for your records.
Should I notify my supervisor?
I'll inform them and coordinate your leave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I use sick leave for the first few days?
Yes, until the compensation kicks in.
That's helpful.
We'll make sure there's no gap in support.
Will I be paid through payroll or insurance?
Initially through payroll, then insurance will reimburse.
Got it.
I'll coordinate with finance to ensure smooth processing.
I appreciate everything you've done.
It's my job to support our team.
I'll get started on the report now.
Great. Let me know if you need anything else.
How to retire early.
Hey Rachel, have you ever seriously thought about retiring early?
All the time. But it feels like a far-off dream. What about you?
Definitely. Especially now that I have a child, I really crave more freedom with my time. I've been reading about people who retired in their 40s.
That's amazing. How did they manage that?
One couple I follow saved 70% of their income for 10 years.
70%? That's intense. Were they earning a lot?
Surprisingly, no. They were both teachers. They kept their spending low and invested wisely.
So cutting back on expenses is key.
Exactly. My friend Sarah, who's a software engineer, saved 60% of her salary and invested in simple, low-cost funds.
Did she actually retire early?
Yes, at 42. She avoided lifestyle creep and focused on building income that didn't require her to work.
I guess I should stop upgrading my phone every year.
Same here. But seriously, small habits add up over time.
What about investing? I'm pretty new to it.
My cousin John went into real estate.
Rental income sounds appealing. But isn't it risky?
It can be. John started with one apartment and slowly expanded. Now he owns 5 units.
Did he manage them himself?
At first, yes. Once he started earning more, he hired someone to help.
I've heard of FIRE, financial independence, retire early. That's what they're doing, right?
Exactly. It's all about saving aggressively, investing smartly, and living intentionally.
What about healthcare? That's my biggest concern.
Some people use special savings accounts for medical costs. Others move to countries where living expenses are lower.
Move where?
It's called geo-arbitrage, relocating to places to stretch your money further.
That sounds adventurous. But wouldn't it be hard being far from family?
True. My friend Lisa moved to Thailand. She visits home often, and the savings are huge.
I'd miss my mom too much.
Same here. I'd rather stay close and budget carefully for healthcare.
What about kids? Doesn't that make early retirement harder?
It does, but it's doable. We plan tightly and save for our daughter's education.
Do you invest for her too?
Yes, we opened a college savings account with tax benefits.
I should start investing. Where do I even begin?
Start simple with a basic index fund.
I like simple. I'm not exactly a finance expert.
Me neither. I just follow strategies that work.
Like who?
Tom and Maria. They retired at 45. They drove older cars, cooked at home, and stayed out of debt.
That's doable. I spend way too much on takeout.
Same here. They saved thousands by meal prepping.
I'll give that a try. What else did they do?
They paid off their mortgage early and lived below their means.
I'm still renting. Should I consider buying?
Depends on your city. Sometimes renting is actually cheaper.
True. I live downtown. Buying would be insanely expensive.
My friend Ben freelances and saves 80% of his income.
80%? That's wild.
He lives with roommates and keeps his costs low.
I love having my own space too much.
Same. It's all about trade-offs.
What's your biggest expense?
Childcare. But we found someone who helps part-time to cut costs.
Smart. I spend a lot on travel.
Try travel hacking by using credit card points and miles.
Of course. I've done that. What's your target retirement age?
50. I want quality time with my daughter while she's still young.
That's beautiful. I'm aiming for 45.
You can totally do it. You've got fewer financial responsibilities.
True. I just need to be more consistent.
Start by tracking your spending.
I'm afraid to see the numbers.
I was too. But it helped me cut back. Please also set a savings goal.
Like 50% of my income?
If you can. Even 30% is a great start.
I'll aim for 40%. One step at a time.
Perfect. Then automate your savings.
But how do I know when I've saved enough?
One way is to calculate your yearly expenses and save enough to cover 20 years.
So if I spend $40,000 a year, I'd need $800,000.
That's right. Or you could build investments that generate enough income to cover your costs.
That's a lot. But doable with time and smart planning.
Especially if you start now.
No more delays. I'm in.
Me too. Let's keep each other accountable.
I'm excited. This feels real now.
It is. We're building freedom.
And time to live life on our own terms.
Exactly. That's the real goal.
Thanks for this chat. I really needed it.
Me too. Let's retire early together.
With wine and beach views.
And no alarm clocks.
Heaven.
Cheers to financial freedom.
Cheers indeed.